When it comes to being successful, one of the things that I may think about sometimes is the question around innovation and how much innovation is required to be successful. Now, I think it's rather clear that some level of innovation is often very helpful. So in other words, it feels like very few companies. Maybe this is a bias in thinking. I was going to say that very few companies have become extremely large without a substantial innovation that powered their growth in the early phases or in sometime somewhere along the line. But that may be because what is typically used as an example for companies that grow large are some of the like modern tech companies or semi-tech companies. So you got Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple, Tesla. So all of these companies, I would say, yes, innovation, technology, development, that all played a huge role in their success. Um, but and it's true that these are some of the largest companies in the U.S., but it's really not necessarily a representative sample necessarily of all the, like, let's say maybe top 20% of large companies, right? So there's plenty of large companies. Thinking, for instance, of the oil industry, or now these might be more nonprofits, but there's also maybe like healthcare. Now, pharmaceuticals, there I suppose to some extent it is around innovation because it's just product development and stuff. But even then, I don't know, how many of these pharmaceutical companies actually grew by actual so much by the strength of an innovation, and how much of it was by other things, acquisitions, etc. So it'd be interesting to do some more research and to kind of test the theory on whether innovation is a requirement for growing into something really large. Is it possible to simply out execute your competition and grow into a large company that way? Like of the three ingredients, of the key ingredients, I'd say there's at least three, right? So there's innovation slash key advantage, right? So like a real market advantage. Um, so I'm going to kind of lump that in with innovation, okay? So innovation, and then effort and time are sort of the three primary building blocks, I would say, of how most businesses are built. Now, you could say acquisitions maybe separate, but you could also argue that, well, that comes under, time and effort can both be constraints there as well as innovation potentially. So, what would be kind of interesting to examine is whether effort and time alone can essentially create a business worth building, like a really big, substantial business, or whether there needs to be some type of innovation, right? Like maybe not breathtaking innovation, maybe not like amazing. Maybe it's a little innovation on the marketing side, maybe it's a little innovation on the product side, maybe it's just innovation on the sales side, but something that gives you an edge in the market. Suppose you have no edge, essentially. No edge around the product per se. No edge around, no real like innovative edge. Like maybe you provide amazing customer service because you're so disciplined. You have a culture of amazing discipline, but it's not really an edge in terms of being anything unique in what you offer. It's just that you offer it more consistently than anybody else. Now, you can say, well, that is an edge. I mean, true, that is an edge, right? But suppose even that were not the case. Suppose, maybe we can add a fourth one of strategy, right? Maybe there's a strategic element of like making all the correct decisions because you know so much about the industry that even though there's nothing remarkable about your business in terms of how it's structured, it's just that you do so well at avoiding financial mistakes with your business that you have as little like drag from mistakes as possible. So it's just sheer expertise, basically, is what allows you to grow a large business. I don't know. Kind of rambling, kind of throwing out some theories there. But what do you think? You think it's possible to grow a business without any kind of substantial innovation? There's many businesses that are, provide great livings without innovation. But I'm talking about like generational wealth producing businesses without innovation. I don't know. What are your thoughts?